As we all know, there are two cleaners in Back 4 Blood built more towards playing a support role for the team. There's Mom and there's Doc. Both offer different styles for support, but one is more an optimal support for harder difficulties, Nightmare in particular, and then most likely also No Hope, which comes out within a week's time of the recording of this. In this video, I will break down the pros and cons of both cleaners, offer deck ideas built with both of them in mind, and give you my opinion on who is the optimal support for your team. Now you might be wondering, who's this VTuber trying to give us advice, and what grounds does he have to back up his claims? Well, I hope my 400 plus hours of gameplay, both live on Twitch and off stream, are enough to back it up. I have 4 Zwats so far, my first 2 being Doc and Moms respectively. And since then, I've gone from the mentality of the optimal team should have both a Doc and a Mom to we just need one of the two, and then we just need to out DPS everything, make sure we just don't get hit. And once that mindset kicked in, I started asking myself, who's the optimal choice? So to answer that, which is what that's what this video is going to be doing, let's go ahead and take a look at their abilities. Let's start off with Doc. Why not? First thing that Doc has to offer is a field dressing for each teammate that heals 25 health once per level. This is very helpful because these do not take up inventory slots, allowing some versatility in what you can carry. Next thing she also has is that 20% healing efficiency, which works on not just your typical items of pain meds, med kits, bandages, but also now works on her field dressings, which now makes it where they kind of heal 30 health rather than the 25. Lastly, she gives the team 25% team trauma resistance, ultimately allowing your team to keep their max health higher than usual after suffering damage. One thing I would like to mention, because these sometimes get overlooked when looking at a cleaner's kit, is her starting loadout. She comes in with a bandage, an MP5, and a Beretta M9. Out of the gate, her starting weapons are geared more towards clearing common over dealing with mutations. On a side note, Doc is the only cleaner to start off with guns sharing the same ammo type. Please throw a rock. Give her something like a Desert Eagle. Nobody else starts off with it, and we don't need another cleaner starting with a melee weapon. Hashtag Dr. Deagle. Next, let's look at Mom's kit. First thing that we all know her for is that she has an instant revive. Being able to instantly pick up a teammate to full health once per level. Being able to save somebody in a clutch when things get hairy is always helpful. Second, she starts off with 2 support slots, allowing her to carry 2 pain meds, bandages, or med kits right off the bat, which is very nice. Her team ability is kind of the other thing she is very well known for, is giving everybody an extra life for free, which, if you are familiar with Nightmare, is necessary unless you want to do the one and done attempt. Her starting loadout is a set of pain pills, the Belgian, and the ranch rifle. The ranch rifle, in my opinion, is one of the best assault rifles in the game and allows her to easily help take out mutations. So comparing the loadouts, Mom's seems to be a little more on the forgiving side of things if anything goes wrong in the run. She allows the player to immediately revive a teammate in a bad situation, making it more likely to survive the run. Giving the team an extra life for free also allows the team to make mistakes and not ultimately be punished with death. Going back to Doc's kit feels more like it's built around constantly staying up on top of teammates' health, like a typical healer in many games. Boosting healing efficiency, free heals, and providing team trauma resistance are all means of topping everyone off. But that means that the Doc player has to be on top of keeping everyone healthy. With this in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at some sample decks for each cleaner. Keep in mind that the card order is relative to my playstyle and that they do not need to be taken in the exact order of the deck. You don't need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. all the way to 15. Take them based on what you feel your team needs and what the corruption cards in the game throw at you. There's a reason they give you 5 at a time to look at. So first off, let's look at my idea of a standard Doc deck for Nightmare. Immediately, I start with Needs of the Many, basically covering what Mom's passive does for the team. Yes, it costs you 10% of your health, but that is without a doubt, one of the most important things a support player could bring to Nightmare. Then you have like your typical support cards. You got support scavenger, you got medical professional to help you take care of trauma, as well as giving that extra life back when somebody goes down. You got group therapy to kind of do your AoE healing, and then you got poultice to add additional healing over time, which also helps with like your pain meds, give actual health back instead of just temporary health. Experience EMT for the extra boost in stamina, max health, stamina regen. Charitable soul, healing yourself when you heal others as well. EMT bag for just healing efficiency. I have a little stamina in here because I want to be able to keep moving if I need to go back and forth, not just between teammates, but also to just get away from things. Utility scav is in here as not just another way to get defibs, but as kind of like an economic card, especially with the amount of alarmed doors and the fact that common cannot break down those doors since the February update. Toolkits have become almost quintessential to your team, a lot more than they were before. So being able to just find them randomly is ultimately going to help out your economy, and I think that that's actually very helpful, being able to just save that much, save more copper. Then we got combat medic, use speed, and then picking people up with more health. And then another card in here to kind of offset the differences between Doc and Mom is I throw in Fanny Pack to give you that extra support slot. And nice, another nice thing about it is it now gives more trauma resistance, ultimately helping with what Doc is set to do. And then of course I got a quick slot in there to help with more defibs, as well as give more use speed, and then multi-tool in here to just not only heal faster but pick people up faster. It's a very helpful card, especially when it works for both healing and any other use speed. Now let's look at what my Mom deck kind of looks like. As you can see, we're not starting off with needs of the many or support scav. Since we don't need needs of the many, I like to kind of make Mom kind of have a mix of healing support as well as economic support. So I start with Share the Wealth. This allows the team to have a total of 400 additional copper spread across the team, obviously, every level, which if you pile that up, that's an extra toolkit. That's extra pain meds, a med kit, defib, whatever you need. This is very helpful. And then of course you have your support scav. Also, since this is more of an economic build, I threw in utility scav a little higher just because that might be a little more helpful. Especially when you're not always focused on keeping everybody maxed out on health. Then you have some of your typical cards. You've got your medical professional, you got your group therapy, charitable soul, EMT bag, experienced EMT. I don't have poultice in this build. I might go back and put poultice in, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. After that, since I didn't lose 10% from needs of the many, I throw in box bags to let everybody hold another support item, ultimately letting them hold either med kits or pain pills or anything for Mom to use on them. Then we have medical expert, more revive speed, healing efficiency for the team, and a little extra trauma heal. Belt clip, kind of more defibs and more use speed, which is really big and important. And then more use speed down here at the end, as well as that rhythmic breathing. Now, with all this said in mind, who do I feel is the best, quote unquote, support for Nightmare? If we look at their loadouts objectively, in my opinion, Mom is the better support. Being able to, for free, give everyone an extra life and be able to instantaneously pick somebody up is, bar none, some of the best things that a support can provide. Now, I'm saying that, and I still run Doc more often than not. I personally like Doc more because I'm used to personally playing a typical healer. I'm used to trying to top everyone up and preventing overwhelming damage from hitting them. My Doc builds are either crowd control with the Desert Eagle to help with mutations, or I'll go the stumble sniper route to cover mutations coming in. Ultimately, I do a couple things to help mitigate oncoming damage, but I am also more on the route of topping up frequently. Whereas Mom, you can get away with a little bit of that. You can let off a little bit of that. She gives you a little bit more freedom for error. But that is all, of course, just my opinion. What are your thoughts? Do you think I'm full of? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you think I missed anything? What are your opinions on the decks that I provided for both of them? Again, they are catered more to my playstyle. Leave a comment down below. I would like to hear your thoughts. Also, while you're down there, maybe consider giving this video a like. Maybe subscribe, ring my bell. I also stream Back 4 Blood at least once a week over on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. Same for the Discord, where you can meet up with people, get some games in, keep up to date as to when I do go live. I usually stream Back 4 Blood on Tuesdays, evenings, Pacific time. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon.